Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Datapixel. Today we'll see how to create a table in MySQL Workbench. So let's start. So basically to create a table in MySQL Workbench we need three things. So first one is name of the table, and second one is name of the field, that is the name of the column, and third one is definition for each field, that means the data type for the column. So these are the three things which we require while creating a table in MySQL Workbench. So this is the example of the table. We can give the table name as employee details or employee information. So this will be the name of the table. And here we can see there are different fields, that is different columns. First one is employee ID, second one is employee name, and the third column is employee date of birth, and fourth column is employee salary. So basically we can see in each column there are different data is stored. In employee ID we can see these are numeric values, and in employee column we can see we have strings, that is the names, and in employee date of birth we can see we have dates, and in salary we can see we have stored the salaries of the employees. So this is the example. Now let's see the syntax for creating a table. So in MySQL Workbench, first we have to write a create table. Then we have to give the name of the table, whatever we want to give, and then in bracket we have to provide the column name and its data type. So here we can see we have three columns. For each column we have data type, and these are separated by commas. So this is the very simple syntax to create a table in MySQL Workbench. So in string data type we have these data types available. First one is char. Here we can see this is the limit of the size, means we can save up to 255 characters in the char data type. Similarly we have varchar. In this we can save up to this limit. Then we have binary. Again it is equal to char, but stores binary byte strings. That means it stores in the form of 101. So that is the bytes. And then we have var binary. Here it is equal to varchar, but stores binary byte string. The size parameters specify the maximum column length in bytes. Then we have tiny blob, where the characters are stored in bytes. So we have this much limit. Then we have tiny text, stores the string in terms of characters. Then we have text. Again we have text is stored in terms of bytes, so this is the limit. And then we have blob also store the strings in terms of bytes. Then we have medium text. Again in medium text we can say up to this limit. Next one is medium blob. Again medium blob store in terms of bytes, and this is the limit. Then we have long text. Here we can see this is the limit. So whenever we want to store a paragraph, then we can go for long text because of the size limit. Then we have long blob. In this we can see this also stores in terms of bytes, so this is the limit. Then we have enum. In enum we have to provide the values which we are going to store in the column. Suppose I give enum. Suppose there is a column called gender. In this we are going to store only two values, female and male. Then we can go with the enum. So first value will be male, second value will be female. So like this we will give, and whenever we enter male, it will take the value from this list, and whenever we enter different value and it does not match with these values, so it will enter a null value. So column will be blank. So this is the use case for this enum. And again we have similar to that set. Here we can also give values value 1, value 2, value 3. So next data type is next one is numeric data type. In this we can see we have all these data types available. Here first one is bit. Here the limit is up to 64. That means up to 64 digit we can store in this. So next one is tiny int. Here we can see there are two types, signed range and unsigned range. Whenever we apply unsigned along with the size, then it means it will store only positive values. There will not be any positive or negative sign. So this is the range. So up to 255 digits we can store in the column, and this is the range for the sign range. So basically you don't have to specify sign. If you just provide tiny int and give the size number, then automatically it will be signed range. But you specify unsigned, that means it will not take negative values. So next one is bool. Here 0 is considered as false and non-zero values are considered as true. That means it stores 1 and 0. Next one is boolean. It is equal to bool. So next is small int. In this again we have a signed range and unsigned. So these are the limits. Next one is medium int. It is also same, but the size range is increased here. So next one is int. Here also we can see there are signed range and unsigned range. Again in int you can see the range is increased. The next one is integer. It is equal to int. Now we have a big int. Here also you can see the limit is increased. The next one is big int. Again we have signed range and unsigned range. Here you can see the range is increased. So basically whenever we want to store large digits, then we can go with the big int. Next one is float. It is a floating point number. So the number of digit is specified in size, and the number of digits after the decimal point is specified in the d parameter. So but basically suppose for example we have to store three values before digit, then we will give the size as 3, and after decimal point suppose we want to store three values, then we'll give 3. So 3 comma 3 will give. Next one is float. Here if p is from 0 to 25, the data types become float. If p is from 25 to 53, the data type becomes double. So what is double we can see in the next data types. So this is the double. It is again similar to this size and d. We have to provide the size and the digits which will be after decimal point, that will be given in the d. So again next one is decimal. It is also similar to double only. Here we can see the maximum number for size is 65, and for the decimal it is 30, and the default size is 10, and the default size for d is 0. So next data type is date and time. So here we can see we have all these data types available. So first one is date. In this we can see we can save the date in the form of this format. And then next we have date time. Again in date time we can save time also. The date format will be same, and the time format will be hour, minute and second. Then next one is timestamp. It is also similar to date time only. The next one is time. In this we can save only time. The format will be hour, minute and second. And the last one is year. So we can store only year also. So this is the format. Now let's see how to create a table in MySQL Workbench. So we'll open the MySQL Workbench. I have opened my MySQL Workbench. I'll open my root. I'll give my password. Now here you can see currently I have 3 database. We'll create one database. If you don't know how to create a database, then you can check my previous video how to create a database. So now let's create a database first. So we'll create So I will create a student details database. I'll run the query. Here you can see it is successfully created. Let's refresh the. Now here you can see I have created a student details. Now in this you can see the schema is generated. We have a table here. So currently we don't have any table, so it's not showing. So now let's use this database. We'll simply write use student details. Now you can see the change here. Now it is highlighted. That means we are in the student details database. There is another way you can select the database. Simply you have to double click on this. Now you can see this is world database is highlighted. That means you are currently in the world database. Now again we'll go into the student details. Now let's create a table for students. So first we'll write create table and we'll give the table name as students. Then we'll give the column name. So first we'll store the ID of the student, and then we'll give the data types. So for student ID we'll give int. So then we'll give comma. Then we will give the name of the student. So we'll store this name in varchar, and we'll provide this size. So we'll keep it 50. The name will not be more than 50, so we can store up to 50 characters. The next one is we'll store mobile number. So let's mobile number, and we'll give here again we'll give int. Next we'll give date of birth, student date of birth. So we'll write DOB, and then we'll give date only. Then we'll give marks. Here we'll store the value in float. So let's use decimal. In this we'll give the size. So before decimal point we want to store only 3 characters, and after decimal we want to store 2 digits. So always try to keep in this format, so it will be good to visible also, and you will get clear idea. Then we'll run this query. We'll select all this and we'll create. Now here you can see we have created the table. Now to check what we have created, we'll select the table, select star from student. If I run this query, here you can see we have created ID, name, mobile number, date of birth, and mark. So currently we don't have any record in this table. In next video we will see how to insert the data into the table. So you can try creating a table with different data types. So it will help you to understand more. So let me know in the comment box if you like my video.